Hello, my beautiful gems. I am here to do another kind of fun, different reading for you. I'm filming a series of videos today, but I wanted to make sure that I got these out because I think they're going to be a little fun and a little bit spicy. Now, I recently uploaded a video that was a reading for someone who had asked if they were going to have an intimate account encounter this month. And that one was for singles only. So now I'm going to do a reading specifically for couples. If you are married or if you are in a committed relationship or if you have a committed partner, whatever the situation, this is going to be the reading for you. Now, the focus of this reading is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a reading about not only hooking up, I don't even want to use that word, not only, being intimate with your partner, but it's also about really knowing, or I guess trusting that you know what you need and what your partner needs. Now, of course, this is going to happen with a lot of communication, but I'm feeling like a lot of you want to know how you can fulfill your partner's desires or maybe relate to your partner in a much deeper way so that connection is not so one level. Maybe that's a good way to describe it. So, I'm going to see what comes up because I feel like a lot of you can benefit from this. And I feel like a lot of you would be curious to know. And you may have noticed I'm starting to do different types of videos just because I feel like I need to kind of freshen things up on my channel. Because honestly, I was getting burnt out. I will always do the money readings, of course. Those are not ever going to go away. But I do want to kind of expand what I do because I'm not only a money tarot reader, but I also do a lot of intuitive things, I guess. Some people like to say psychic. I don't know if I necessarily call myself psychic, but I just like to say that I know things, and I've been pretty spot on with a lot of it, and this is something that I've kind of grown into. And so I just want to tap into more of my skills. And I think this is going to be a good way to do it. So if you don't enjoy these types of videos, no problem. I'm not offended. Feel free to scroll on past and leave me a comment and let me know what you didn't like. All right. So for those of you who are partnered up, now I'm not really sure how to frame this because it's not about only figuring out what your partner needs, but it's also about figuring out what you need and how you can deliver that and how you can be your best self and you can be, you know, have a strong concept of who you are, because I feel like everything starts there before you really kind of tap in and connect to someone else. So you have that fulfillment of love, happiness, passion, security, whatever it is. And then once you are in a good place, it's much easier for you to connect with your partner, even if he or she is not in a good place, because you are in a good place. And sometimes that creates the foundation for an amazing connection. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles first. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, very interesting because, we're talking about hooking up and feeling connected. And I shouldn't say hooked up because it's not hooking up if you're in a committed relationship. So scratch that. We're just going to say really kind of coming together, and however that means for you, right? It could be mentally, physically, could be sexually, could be emotionally, whatever. Okay. So we're talking about the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles says that there is an element of, even though it's money energy, I feel like someone is feeling a little bit insecure money wise. And so sometimes that gets in the way of your relationship. Sometimes it gets in the way of your intimate time with your partner. So because of that, sometimes people have a really hard time relaxing. People have a really hard time letting go. And sometimes people feel really overwhelmed. And so they can't get out of the mindset of, oh my gosh, I need to pay the bills, or I need to work, or I need to do whatever. And so they can't really slip into the mode of being your sexy partner or having, fun time, whatever. And so I feel like that could be a little bit of what's happening here. Now, remember, this reading is not sign specific and it's not time specific. So if you're watching this reading, this is meant for you. Now, the other thing I'm picking up is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords in the reverse says that there is something that needs to be released, something that needs to be let go in order for you to really feel truly connected and truly bonded with your partner. Now, when we talk about release, there's different ways release can happen, right? So there's a physical release, there's also the emotional release. Sometimes there's a spiritual release or a spiritual purging. All of those things come into play here. And sometimes you have to be really vulnerable in order to do that with your partner. So understand that these are things that, even though it's not only about you, it's about your relationship. But these are things that sometimes I think you need to pay attention to in order to really, like I said, feel that bond and feel that connection with someone special. Now, we also have the Two of Wands here. Now, the Two of Wands here talks about, I'm picking up physical connection, but it's not a long thing. I guess that's a great way for me to say it. I'm feeling like there is some short bursts of passion between you two, but what I'm feeling, one of you is desiring a longer session, a more softer, more slower session, without feeling rushed or without focusing only on the certain parts of the experience that are very satisfying. I'm picking up here that someone wants to be satisfied in more than one way. Someone wants to be satisfied not only physically, but they want to be satisfied mentally, spiritually. And I'm feeling like somebody just wants to be, they just want to look at you. I know that sounds weird, right? Especially when you've been with someone for a long time and you think, well, they know what I look like because I see them every day. But you know how when you really look and you gaze at a partner and you really feel that connection and you really start seeing into their soul, I guess, and someone is craving that. That's what I'm feeling, like someone is craving that with you, and someone wants that with you, and someone wants that deeper connection. And sometimes even though you may have a longer session, so to speak, the whole thing doesn't have to be, physically doing something. Sometimes it's just being in sync with your partner's breathing, or like I said, gazing deep into their eyes, or sometimes just having a really soft, slow touch, appreciating their skin or appreciating their scent. It's a very erotic experience. And I don't know why why I am feeling that, but I feel like there's some of you who just want the intimacy without necessarily all of the physical stuff, okay? And that happens a lot, especially when you've been with someone for a long time, and sometimes you get used to your partner, or sometimes you get comfortable, right? So there is something that there's a deeper level that you both can go on. But again, I think it's going to start with you. It's going to start with you being ready to do that and to kind of expose that this is what you desire, and then being willing to be receptive to whatever your partner, or however your partner is willing to fulfill that for you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these last few cards here. Interesting. All right, so we got the Tower card. Now, the Tower card is a card where, remember, this talks about something having to kind of be broken down and started over. And this could also be in relationships too, where we really have to break down certain expectations and certain judgments we may have about things, because I'm feeling like one of you has a partner who wants to share something that really excites them, but they have a fear of judgment. Or maybe it could be you. Maybe you have something that you really enjoy that you want to share, and you have a fear of judgment. So there really has to be an agreement, an agreement between the both of you. Make an agreement uh, to really create a safe space with each other, so you can share your fantasies, your desires, your needs, and what really excites you. All right, so now we got the Three of Cups, which definitely means there's going to be a connection. There's definitely going to be passion. There's going to be love. There's going to be satisfaction. There's going to be a very juicy, fulfilled experience. But I'm also picking up that you will probably have to start this, but your partner is going to finish it. And when I say start, it doesn't always mean initiating the act, but I'm feeling like, you know how they say, you kind of like, sometimes they say foreplay starts, it starts earlier in the day or earlier in the week, and then you kind of build up to it. That's what I'm picking up here. Not that you have to jump on your partner right away. Of course, if you want to, that's fine too. But I'm picking up that there has to be little hints. Little hints have to be given. You know, maybe telling your partner something sexy or something funny, and kind of doing little tiny hints, and then it leads to a buildup of something very exciting and something that they've been looking forward to and something that they can't resist. Finally, I do have the Star card. Sorry about the glare. But the Star card talks about you literally being the star of the show. Once everything is all said and done, they really do make you their star. And I'm also picking up that this is going to be something that really takes your relationship to the next level, because it's not just about the physical. It really is about bonding in a way that you've never bonded with your partner before. Now, sometimes this could be really, really scary. Sometimes it could be very uncomfortable. And sometimes it's not sustainable, right? Because we always fall back into our old habits. We fall back into old patterns, and it takes conscious effort to work on a relationship and to really grow a relationship in a profound and meaningful way. So that's what I got for those of you who are partnered up. If you're married, if you are in any kind of a committed relationship of any kind, I felt very flowy as I was doing this reading. And I'm wondering if that's because that's the energy I feel that you need to have as well. It's not just going with the flow, but it's more like relaxing into the feelings and really trusting that you are moving in the right direction, and feeling like your needs will be met. Because I think a lot of us hesitate because we are afraid that our needs won't get met, or we feel like we're asking too much. But I just want to say, trust that your partner wants to fulfill you, wants to make you happy, and they're willing to play however you feel playful. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know your thoughts. And if you like these types of readings, I will continue to do them. At least this type, the kind of passionate energy readings. I don't know what I'll call them. But I was feeling that because we're in the month of February, and of course this is Valentine's Day, and people are talking about love and all the things. And so yeah, I think this is going to be good. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll check in with you again really soon.